Okay, so we're back where we left off in the first time that I went through. So Reese is still alive, Mom's still alive. He's just gonna be locked in the basement for the rest of his life, I guess. So that's really sad. But I did read into it. Unless you have the hot trait, you can't say both unless you do this route, essentially. Which is kind of a bummer because I feel like there should be another way out because I don't see how being super hot would cause peace to happen. But pretty privilege, I guess. Alright, so the night is oddly warm compared to the chill of the day. Crickets singing quietly in the sleepy little neighborhood. Everything that happened in the clinic feels almost like a dream, and now that it's over, you realize how little it meshes with your understanding of the world. Go home. Go home! It's time to go home. Oh god. Oh, but before you can get far, you're interrupted by the sound of panting and the telltale jingling of dog tags. It's the militia! They've poured out of the woods to stand before you on the road. You were looking for Gretchen, weren't you? We found her and her person. They're by the side of the road a little ways through the woods. They're both fine, but the human wouldn't leave when we tried to make her, and Gretchen insisted on sticking by her side, so we'll have to take you to them. Hopefully you could use people words to get them to go someplace safe. The woods are crawling with those awful creatures. It's not safe anymore, not even for a human. Oh, that chihuahua looks so mad. He looks big mad. He's like, I'm gonna fuck it up. Okay, yes. Yeah, I'll follow the dog, sure. You let the dogs lead you into the wilderness, following on their heels as they take you to Stella. Before long, the trees thin and you find yourself on a steep hill by a two-lane road, lined on the one side by sheer rock. This is probably where her mom and dad passed away, huh? And they're sitting on a log, staring mournfully out at the asphalt is Stella. Mm-hmm. And there they are. Keep them safe. Be seen, you speaker. Me? I'm speaker? I have a nickname? Ha! You sit on the log beside Stella. Easy peasy. How did you... She looks over her shoulder in confusion. Is that a gang of dogs? I'm so glad my compatriots could be of service. I simply couldn't survive another night without my nice soft bed. Okay. Yeah, Scraps and Daisy formed a militia. Long story, but they helped me find you. Sure. Huh. Neat. Um... Yeah, I'll just chill for a minute. They say that silence is the best way to get people to talk, right? Come on, let's just get back to town. I know that, Stretch. That's the time to go home, Stretch. Thank the Lord. I'll be sleeping in my own bed tonight. Thank you, AVPZ. Oh, thank you, AVPZ, for talking sense into this girl. Wait before... I don't feel like she should hear about this tonight. Yeah, let's just keep everything that happened to yourself. To myself. Stella scoops Gretchen up in her arms, and the three of you walk back to town in silence. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Oh wow, she gives you a tired wave before retreating into her house. Oh, come on, dude. Time to get you home too. Time for you to go home too. He appears as if out of nowhere, clothes streaked with what at first looks like blood and gore, but you realize is paint. Evidence of his altercation with Reese. I'll walk you. No way, dude. Yeah, let him walk me home, shall we? I mean, he seems like a gentleman, right? Just fucking, what's with the sack over his head? Wayne walks just ahead of you in near complete silence. Why are you following me around? Why not Stella or Kanika or Sybil? Why not Tabitha? Yeah. Because you're special. But why? You simply are. Do you not feel that the tie that binds us, they are unbreakable. Um, huh. I can flirt with Wayne, are you fucking kidding me? I thought you might have done something about Estelle. I don't think that he would have done that. Thanks for looking out for me. Sure. Anytime you find yourself in danger, I'll be there for you. I will always be there for you. Did you know Reese was like that? I knew he was different. How exactly, I wasn't sure. But I know now. I thought you wanted me to stay at the estate. Aren't you going to lecture me? You were free to make your own decisions, and those decisions have been made. I know that something pulls at you, and now that it's started, I know you cannot stop it until your task is finished. I will keep you safe while you do what you must. You don't need to keep coming up with new topics of conversation to fill the silence. You're tired. It's been a long night. You should rest. I'm not trying to fill the silence, I'm just trying to fucking figure out why you are following me, my dude. My dude, my bro. Wayne remained silent for the rest of the journey. Okay. I'm sure we'll see each other tomorrow. You should try to spend some time in that old building before you head to town. Tabitha won't be around, too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you, and you might be surprised at what you find. Until then, sleep well. He disappears into the underbrush. Okay. I guess I'll go inside. The estate feels empty, wind howling through its abandoned halls, the very foundations creaking beneath you. Your cousin must have already gone to bed. Okay. Exhausted beyond relief, you stumble into your room and collapse onto the bed. I can't shut the door? Can I shut my own door? Come on. I would never sleep with that fucking open. Never. The smell of mattress is starting to become almost welcoming, a sign that the now daily horrors of Scarlet Hollow are finally behind you, at least until the sun inevitably rises once again. You close your eyes, your exhausted body coming to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese trapped in that tiny, windowless room. All his greatest fears realized, his body no longer his own. But you stopped him from killing Dr. Kelly. The world, at least for now, is protected from him. And then you think of nothing. This is the end of episode 4! Episode 5 awaits. Ooh, I talk to animals. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. If you'd like to continue with this roleplay, please save your game now. Sure, I will. Oh, wait! Let me save! This is the... Ignore that. Guys, just ignore it. It's fine. Okay, so, continue. Would you like to see a recap? It's recommended that I watch a recap. Sure, let's go through full recap. Why not? Okay. The funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with the side of the family. Your cousin's mother and your aunt. Okay. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else. If you value your limbs, the floor have been known to give out. Okay. Afraid, destined. Okay. Oh, you know what? That looks like a... Ooh. That's sneaky. See that? Little fucking kitty right there. Little kitty shadow. She said, watch out for the cat. As the lock falls, the doors won't open, revealing to the entrance what must have been an incredibly lavish ballroom. Faintly in the distance, you can hear the quiet notes of an old piano playing from another room. Looks like a cat. Okay, so what do you want? What do you say? You want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky. That sort of thing? Okay, so these are all just flashbacks. So we dealt with Duke. Thought it was a mountain lion. Bambi with the growths. Duke shoots himself. Oh, he's holding his chicken. He's protecting his baby. I'm getting Gretchen, helping Gretchen. Do you think the cat's Gretchen? That would be a plot twist. I doubt it. She's a baby though. She's a babe. I can't. Okay, so oh my god, what do we do? She fucking froze. The corrupt cops. Okay. Wayne being a creep. Sybil. Tabitha saying I'm going to bed. See you tomorrow. Okay, Dustin still there. Okay, be home by sunset. I don't listen. Frou-frou. Sunset. Be on my fucking sunset. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. So... And then we have the ghost hunt. I'm looking at, like, the background now, because that shadow made me think maybe there are hidden, like, foreshadowing details. I noticed that Kanika's shadow is there a lot, you know? Like, she's not really always in view, it's mostly just, like, her shadow. Okay. What's gonna happen, Wayne? Tell me, my dude. Rosalina and the mines. I forgot about that already. Okay. See? Her shadow again. I wonder why. That's fucking weird. Cats stick to the shadows. So maybe it's Kanika. Kanika. Okay. I don't know. She wanted to be a vet. Maybe that's why she's a cat. And what does the mom mean when she says she's not feeling well? Maybe it's like a situation like with Reese, how she kind of has like a transformation deal again. Okay, now before I look at the creepy symbol with the arms. Okay, I have a seizure thing. Mine's collapse. There's her fucking shadow again. Great. Okay. Poor Rosalina. Tabitha looks exhausted. Jeez. Okay. Here's Mamacita. Okay. I went and I checked on that. Janie. Okay. She's just trying to be nice. She heard it again. She wants to say, I'm so sorry that I got caught up in it. In the mines. Ugh. What a gem. Thanks, lady. Is the new blend ready? Maybe Tabitha, like, suppresses her abilities or something. Or maybe Wayne and her. Maybe it wasn't really, like, a romance. Maybe he thought she was the chosen one and she wasn't, and it was me. Because I'm the main character. Okay, Bo. Met him. See her fucking shadow again. Okay. Why is she not there? In, like, any of the scenes? Why is it always her shadow? Okay. The pasture. Yeah. Okay. Look how happy those kids are in that fucking mural. They're like, la-di-da, we're just carrying off some guy on a beam. Okay, we met Reese. Now we know why he's so miserable. Okay, forgive the mess. Awkward dinner with her fucking shadow again. Okay. Handle a movie. Alright, awkward dinner. Let's skip through. Let's go. Let's go. I wish that we had more information on the mines. Like everything that happened there. Like my grandparents, I guess is the best way to say it. Is Kanika not loading in? Is that why her shadow's there? Because I swear she was there in the first scene, right? Okay, we go into the basement thing. Haunted by ghosts. Puppet show. Yada yada. Okay. Sons of the Father. So this is where I get confused. Is the whole thing here. So the baby is Charlie. So Charlie's the one that Charlie's the baby that died, right? Stella runs off because she has to process. Okay, she tells me that she wants me to go and get tea with her tomorrow. Which I do. Creepy. I open my eyes, a new day. Nothing from Stella. I met the goat. What a cutie. I shut the door on the way out. I go to the police. They did nothing. I put in the file, though. Missing report. Okay. He lost his pumpkin. They're arguing, Mr. Tremaine and Beau. And then he tells me about the rats. And his daughter. What's her name? Tulip. Oh, the picket line. Yep, okay. The... what do you call it? Oh, look, all the band signs with Stella. Damn. Alright. Ooh, I forgot she threatened me, yeah. She's really mad about that strike, huh? Okay. And then Sybil being creepy tells me on to business. Doesn't bode well. I have every warning. Thanks, girl. Appreciate the pep talk. Cat and enemy lurking in plain sight. Oh, God. I don't know. I hope it's not Gretchen. That would be such a plot twist, though. Okay, I get the axe. I tear into the wall in the morgue. I find that symbol. And then he does the whole cool transformation thing. Holy crap, Wayne comes to save me. Okay. I love this scene. This is so cool. Ugh. Oh, that's so cool! Oh god, the foot gets me. That's terrifying. God. I hand her the tranquilizers. Okay. Poor dude. Ugh. God, I find Stella. Okay. And then I think of nothing. Alright, continue my journey. A lonely piano refrains echoes through your head as you sleep. Feels like it goes on forever, clumsy and uncertain of itself, stopping and starting at random. But as your dreams start to fade, you realize the music is following you to the waking world, continuing even as your mind resolidifies and banishes the last few remnants of your dreams. Oh, the possums! When it finally stops, you're startled by a sudden silence. Human? Human, wake up! You slowly come to, roused by the voice of your small possum friend. You feel strangely cold and uncomfortable, your muscles stiff and achy, your head cloudy with sleep. Oh, look at those little cute noses. I just want to boop them. And I just want to boop them. Your vision comes into focus. See, human not dead. Okay. No easy breakfast for Dustin and Dustin's mom. Oh my god, they were gonna fucking eat me? Bro, I was about to boop you. Now I have no trust. Dustin stands on your chest, his beady black eyes staring down into yours. Dustin's mom's hovering a healthy distance away. You are not in your bedroom. Why would I start crying? Um, I think, yeah, did you hear a piano? Does not know about piano. But here's a weird bird, though. No need to worry about weird bird. Weird birds sound like it far away from here. Okay. Stand up and get your bearings, sure. Your head lightly throbs as you attempt to get your bearings. You stand, your legs still wobbly with sleep, the odd tilt of the floor adding to your unsteadiness. So this is the Forbidden Wing. And Wayne dragged you here in your sleep? Can you ever trust the safety of your bed again? That's what I get for leaving the door open. Son of a bitch. Why would I do that? Okay, so there are two doors out of the barren room. One's a normal doorway leading into what you assume to be a hallway. The other is a door that must have been once hidden through the ruined state of the wallpaper that has robbed it of its secrecy. Okay. Investigate the hidden door. There doesn't seem to be a clear way to open it, besides the brass circle where a handle should be. You didn't bring a screwdriver into bed with you last night, and even if you did, you'd worry about damaging the ancient mechanism. Hopefully you could either find a handle or another way out into the Forbidden Wing. Home on another side. Okay, look through the hole, yeah. Oh god, this is a bad idea. You lean forward, peering into the narrow opening. One lies behind the door. I hate peoples. The marsupial is right. It's your room. Which means you'd be able to slip right back into the safety of the rest of the house if you could just manage to find the handle. You've always believed in working smarter, not harder. The estate's massive. There's got to be a better way out of the Forbidden Wing than this. And maybe while you're looking, you'll catch a lucky break and stumble across the key. Okay. Do either of you know how to get back to my room? Very easy. Holes everywhere in Dustin House. Just gotta squeeze between walls. Human too big to squeeze between walls, Dustin. Gotta find human-sized way. Okay. Could I call somebody? You gargly pat your legs before realizing that you're still in your evening attire. It would seem Wayne wasn't thoughtful enough to bring your phone from the nightstand. Or maybe he'd prefer it if you saw what there was to see in this place alone. Try forcing the door anyway? You push on the wall. It doesn't budge. You try messing with the metal contraption that stands in place of the door's handle, tugging and jingling and pushing it on every which way, and still nothing. Oh, right. You cross the slanted room and exit into the hallway beyond. Ooh, spooky. Before you is a long hallway. Dust dances on the weak sunlight, beaming in through cracked glass. A tinge of mildew stings your nose, warning you away, though there's nowhere else to run to now. An ornate entry, its door long gone, breaks the monotony of the faded wallpaper, and a staircase looms at the far end. Investigate the entryway. You make your way to the large set of double doors in the middle of the hallway. You could hear the light click of claws on hard wood as Dustin's mom toddles a safe distance behind you. It seems like some kind of entertainment room, the sort you'd expect out of a fancy rich people who wanted to show off. It would feel elegant if not for the massive crack that runs down the entire length of the floor. The air stinks of mildew. You can see why Tabitha doesn't want you exploring these rooms. There's a large painting on the far wall. From a distance, it looks like it might depict the town. Something else catches your eye, too. A bookshelf, or rather what's left of a bookshelf, hanging by a single rusted hinge. Oh. Where? To the left? Maybe? A sagging shelves reveal some sunless space beyond, now once hidden, now exposed by the rot of this house. Dustin almost never come in here. All open space, too scary, but a room behind wall is good hiding place. Doesn't hide there sometimes. As he references this room behind wall, Dustin stares at the broken down bookshelf that already caught your eye. Examine the painting first, yeah. The painting highlights a number of old buildings and locals, many of which you've already visited. The town hall, the estate, the mines, the church, and the clinic, still called a hospital at the time of this painting. Okay. So, the church, the mines, the clinic must be this one. And then the estate. No, the estate. And then these are like the workers' houses, maybe? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, that's the town hall. Huh. Yeah? No. Church, estate, town hall, houses, hospital, mines. Got it. Okay. The faded bronze plaque beneath roads. In commemoration of Enoch Scarlet, head of the Scarlet Hollow Landmark Revitalization Project. Never let the past be forgotten. Dustin Noget. Always making mark on old cloth. Does not know a cloth for eating. Okay, explore. Enter the hidden room, sure, behind the bookshelf. You test each step as you make your way across the room, especially careful as you cross over to the ruined section of floor in front of the bookshelf. You could hear Dustin's mom hurrying behind you. We go to dark room now? Good. Big open space bad. Vulnerable to attack. Oh, this is not much better, my dude. Okay, the space is dark. Its features barely illuminated by the faint light trickling in through the myriad of cracks and holes in the walls. The wallpaper, a deep, exquisite red, adds a blood-like glow to the dimness. Oh, I love this rating. The walls are lined with ornate display cabinets, some empty, some still presenting their antique treasures. Nestled between the cabinets, a single tall bookshelf remains standing, its occupants dusty but mostly intact. But all these ornamental details, your focus is drawn to an expensive-looking antique desk in the center of a room. Good place to take a nap. Okay, examine the desk, sure. Weird. It is very ornate, isn't it? Open the top drawer. A seal, a knife. Okay. The top drawer mostly contains old-timely writing letter materials, complete with a fancy dagger-shaped open letter and a wax stamping kit emblazoned with the initials ES. You can't help but notice that the wax has been nibbled. Red stuff stick to Dustin teeth. Tastes good though. Underneath, you find a pile of crumbling financial documents. Scrawled in neat cursive in every spot that needed a signature is the name Enoch Scarlet. This must be his desk, meaning this must also be his study. At the very bottom of the drawer, you're surprised to find a face you recognize staring back up at you. An antique photograph of a young man, his blonde hair nearly white against the dark sepia background. It's Teddy. He almost looks like he did exactly in your vision. Almost. There was a carefree look in his eye that seemed to have faded by the time he found his way to the hospital bed. Feel around for anything, yeah. Unless I fucking stab myself. As you search for anything more notable among the contents of the drawer, you notice something peculiar. An irregularity in the molding along the top edge of the desk, almost as if it had been removed and replaced at some point. You slip a hand into the drawer, feeling along what would have usually been the solid oak up at the top of the desk. But the space is clearly hollow, your fingers making light knocking sounds as they fumble against the wood. Fortunately, it's a very simple lock and you have years of experience. In moments, the drawer slides open, revealing its treasures. It's a bunch of notes. Ooh. So if I didn't have this perk, I would have missed this? Scrawled on the first page is the design you find familiar. It's the stone from the pit in the mines, its many-armed designs scratched into the paper by an untrained hand. There are other drawings here too, some of which you find just as familiar. The go-ahead carving from once was the town hall, and the circle of figures from the clinic. Ah, so those are different heads. I didn't get a good look at it the last time. There are notes scrawled onto the margins around the designs. Most either illegible or written in some language you don't understand, though a few words stand out. Prosperity next to the stone from the mines. Dominion paired with the stone from the town hall. Vitality with the clinic. The remaining captions seem to read Spirit, Bounty, and Throne. All attached to the designs you don't recognize. So why can't I see the throne? Can you get out of my way, bud? Can you get out of my way? If human helped Dustin hunt treasure, Dustin would be the biggest guy of all. Biggest target. Better Dustin be small, but not too small. Okay, open the bottom drawer. Yeah. The bottom drawer offers some resistance as you try to pull it out. Seems like it was locked, though a bit of metal attempting to hold it shut seems to have rusted to the point of uselessness years ago. It gives in with a sharp tug, rotting wood splintering softly somewhere within the century-old desk. Inside, you find a strange collection of glass vials. Their surfaces are clouded over, but you can make out what seems to be paper, preserved somehow inside the containers, a hint of writing visible at the edges. You notice some of the corks have been lightly chewed. Dustin! Dude! Pretty good for eating. Doesn't always have to save these for a special occasion. Tastes like old pond, fine vintage. Okay, open the vial. Open the vial! You reach for one of them, twisting the cork. It unseals with a pop, releasing a smell like old pond, like decaying leaves and damp earth. You tug at the corner of the slip of paper and it unfurls, the writing across its surface as crisp and clear as if it had just been written. To Miss Mauve. I know it's been several years since my last visit, but I do hope you remember the young lad who used to find himself at your doorstep more than you probably would have liked. I write you now with the utmost... But the paper dissolves before you could finish reading it, as if finally realized that it had been submerged all these years. Turning to useless pulp between your fingers. New place to get tasty wets. Nothing Dustin Mom liked to see more than Dustin live in comfort. She likes her bougie boy. But Dustin better not like comfortable life make him soft. This is how Dustin brother died. Ooh. It's unlikely you'll have the chance to return here, and the vials are too delicate to carry with you. Keep reading? Yeah, keep reading. You open another. Miss Verena, trouble with tea. Your present requested at. And another. Verena, know what you tried. Do not appreciate the attempt at subterfuge. Thought we both... Again, it dissolves. Some of these letters are addressed to Miss Mauve, and some to Verena. All are signed E.S. You assume these have to be from Enoch. Many seem unimportant, just listing a time and place. You assume meetings between Enoch and whoever this Verena may have been. Before you know it, the drawer is empty. The floor around you scattered with drained vials, the air stinking of wet rot. Okay, step away from the desk. That scared me again. Just hanging out there. Okay. You've seen enough. Return to the hallway. That's it, really? I don't want to look in the fucking case. You head down the eerie corridor, following the path laid out in the dust. No. Dustin not go there. Dustin, come back! You turn to face Dustin's mom, who stands a little down the corridor from you, her posture tense. But Dustin is helping. Nothing will bad to Dustin with the big, strong human around. Dustin mom say no. Don't care how strong human is. Only Dustin mom know what is best for Dustin. Dustin looks up at you with his large, black, wet eyes. Human will have to go on without Dustin. Oh, he listens to his mama and clambers down from his place on your shoulder, gripping your clothes with his little clawed hands. Hope human can find human-sized hole. We go back to Dustin house now. Human should be careful. Up there always smell like hurting. Ooh, don't like that. Thanks, though, for the warning. And with that final word of caution, Dustin and his mom toddle away, disappearing into some crevice that will take them back to the comfort of your dresser drawers. Huh. You continue following the tracks left by what you assume to be fellow humans. They take you up a flight of stairs, and you find yourself on the third floor of the estate for the first time. Well, let me save. Because... why not, you know? Just in case. There are more footprints leading all the way down the hallway and into the farthest door. Okay, let's approach the window. You carefully approach the window at the far end of the hall. That sure is a cliff. There's nothing beyond the window but tops of distant trees, the ground having crumbled away. The only thing stopping you from plummeting to your death is a straining foundation that still somehow holds this place together. At least for now. Okay, let's move the boxes. The boxes slide out of the way with a bit of elbow grease. You push past them into the room beyond. Okay. Yeet. The little girls in the painting. Ooh, don't like that. Oh, this is probably where her... I think this is who her doll belongs to? The room's coldly empty. The large antique bed's made its sheets ancient and dusty, but somehow still giving off the feeling of tidiness, even with the cobwebs stretched between each corner of its four-poster frame. Oh, yeah, poor poster. Let's search the desk again. You step towards the desk, its drawers practically overflowing with stationery. As you sift through paper, it becomes clear to you whose room this is. There are stacks of bills in Edwardine's name, filling nearly every drawer, and even once you manage to get past layers of envelopes and trifold paper, you hit a permafrost of receipts. It seems she was doing her best to be meticulous and hold on to any scrap of paper that might possibly be important. But when you reach the bottom drawers, you find something entirely different. Greeting cards, letters, small wrapped packages, some open, some sealed, and some crumbled into messy balls. You open one of the cards. Both pages are taken up by a handwritten note. Tabby, hope you're doing well. Not a day goes by that I don't miss you. Hope Pearland treats you to your best Christmas yet. I'm not sure what sort of doodads you're into these days, so I sent a little something that made me think of you. I made sure they were the best shells of the bunch. Not sure how rare any of them are, but they're awfully pretty and they still got that beach smell. And make sure you put your ear up to them, too. It doesn't compare to the real thing, but it comes close enough. And in case you think that makes me a cheapskate, I made sure to send along a little cash, too, so you can get yourself something nicer than the glorified beach trash. Make sure you get Pearland to take you to the nice toy store, because that's where I'd take you if I was there. If you get the time, I'd love to hear from you. I miss you so much, Tabby, and I'm always thinking of you. You can come out and visit me anytime. I know you've always wanted to see what it's like out east. I've made sure to write my address on the back of this card, just in case you didn't know how to get a hold of me. Been missing you, my incredible, wonderful, amazing daughter. All my love, Dad. You pull out another from closer to the top of the pile. Tabitha's dad. Happy birthday, Tabby. It's me again, your old dad. So, the big 2-0. Can't believe my daughter's such an adult. In my mind, you're still that bouncy little kid doing cartwheels on the front lawn, telling me what various sounds animals make, like you're the professor of animal noises. I have no idea if you read these, but I'll keep writing them, even if sometimes it feels like I'm writing them to a ghost. I mean, we haven't spoken in almost 15 years. You're a whole human being now, and I have no idea what you're like. I like to think we'd get along well. As always, my address is on the back. I hope you'll decide to come visit me one of these days. I've got a guest room all set up, just in case. It's always ready for you, kid. I love you, and I always will, no matter who you turned out to be. Love, Dad. Oh, that's so wholesome. There are years and years of these. The bottom drawers are almost entirely unopened envelopes, dated from when Tabitha would have been just a kid, all from him. You pocket a few of the cards. So she was keeping the cards from Tabitha? You make your way to the closet. It seems Edwardine kept things neat and orderly, or as neat as orderly as she could, considering the decaying state of the place. You can't help but notice these dresses look strikingly like the style Tabitha wears. You can imagine Pearland sifting through Edwardine's old trunks of clothes, recycling moth-eating vintage dresses for her daughter in place of buying anything new. The only thing here beside her clothes and shoes is a box, shoved off to one side. You pick it up. A sailor outfit. Child-sized overalls, striped shirts, and a small pair of trousers with suspenders still attached. One of the little sailor suits boys from the 50s were always wearing. Oh, gross. Mommy, I am in here too and I love you? What? When you pull out the last shirt, a note's revealed, tucked away in the bottom of the box in a protective plastic sheet. It's scrawled almost in illegible handwriting, written in some thick, brown, watery ink that's cracked with age. Yeet. I don't like that. Your hands tremble, the note somehow making the tips of your fingers feel dirty, even as it sits behind a layer of plastic. You drop it back into the box, once again covering it with clothes, shoving it back into the recesses of this forgotten closet where it belongs. Okay. Finished with the tucked away room, you return to the hallway. And then let's enter the middle room. Ugh. Oh, this is probably where we had that vision. The puppeteer. This space was clearly once a nursery. No child has been here for a long, long time. Check the bookshelf. The top shelf's occupied by antique picture books. Dick and Jane, books of nursery rhymes, ancient editions of Grimm's fairy tales. The lower shelves are full of educational material, from child's encyclopedias to writing practice workbooks. From the sheer number of learning-oriented books on the shelf, you get the impression that the children who lived here were not supposed to be as interested in fun and fiction as they were in diction and spelling. Your family may have been wealthy, but maybe not in joy. Read a few of the practice books, yeah. Alexandria, Scarlet. You leaf through a few of the practice books, gently turning the near crumbling pages. Reasons Mommy should take me and Marybelle to the zoo. We've been very good girls and have not cried for a whole week. Marybelle says elephants are so big and I would like to see one. I think it would be very fun and Mommy would have a good time. All are signed with a carefully scrawled signature of Alexandra Scarlet. You flip through the rest of the book, your eyes unfocused as the many practice sentences and letter copying pages flash by. But something near the back of the book gives you pause. In a section that starts with the prompt, "Today Alexandra considers with talked to the boy in the wall." Fuck no. Nah. I'm done here. Yeah, you make your way to the hallway. I hate that. What boy in the wall? Is that who the note was from? You continue following the trail of footprints, approaching the farthest room down the hall. The door was clearly meant to be hidden, but it was left open. Someone left it open for you. Ooh. The room is starkly empty, save for a rug and a few candelabra. What? Candelabra? Candelabra? I think it's candelabra, right? The lack of dusky old boxes and rotting antiques mark it as distinct from the rest of the cluttered, forgotten spaces you've explored. Okay. You continue forwards towards the door on the far side of the room. You exit into a short hallway. There are stairs here, leading back down to the lower floors, but there's also another door. Ooh, the one with the locks! Yee! Okay, it's hanging ajar, many locks and deadbolts along its edge, glimmering in the weak morning light. The door frame itself is gouged and splintered, evidence that some desperate creature tried to save itself from the room beyond time and time again. Huh. You step forward. What am I looking at? Okay. Is it Tabitha? This was a prison cell. Everything about this place reeks of neglected humanity. The walls are covered in scratches, legible words mixed in with the nonsense of desperate clawing. One window, set high in the far wall, is fitted with a thick pane of glass, as if the bars beyond it wouldn't be enough to hold the imprisoned. What did I just hear? Ooh. What do I hear? Oh. You can't help but notice that the doll from your closet sits watching you from the bed, one eyelid drooping. It adds an extra layer of menace to the already deeply unsettling room. Your eyes are drawn to the massive, almost letters dug in as deep to the brick as the cell's prisoner can manage, highlighted with whatever pigments were available. What does it say? And then one final detail grabs you. A metallic glint from the filthy bare mattress, a doorknob. This is what you were looking for. Was it left here for you? Examine the doll. You shiver as you pick up the doll from the bed. Its footprint reads, "Property of Alexandra." Ooh. As you take it, a sound wraps around you. Music. The tinkling of piano keys played by a clumsy hand. They echo up a narrow staircase at the end of the hall. Follow the music. You've come this far. Clearly you're meant to go just a little further. So it's the boy that's in the walls, maybe? The stairs take you into what you assume to have once been servants' quarters, a network of cramped passageways hidden away behind the expansive rooms of the estate without so much as a window for illumination. But you persist and descend deeper into the bowels of the Scarlet Estate, the echoing piano your only company. Soon enough, you see light again, the sun creeping in the distance through the edges of a nearly hidden door. You're at the end of another long corridor. High ceilings and tall windows are almost disorienting as you step out from the cramped, gloomy stairwell. The music echoes mournfully in the vast space, a chorus of wind adding a melancholic harmony as it whips in from the overgrown courtyard outside. You found your way to the first floor, which means you must be close to the ballroom from the first day. But you've yet to confront your guide. Find the piano player, son of a bitch! Oh my god. The musician plays on as you move cautiously through the dark. The slope, now so dramatic, it feels like walking downhill. Jagged remains of the floorboards jutting out like splintered trees. The flow of notes finally stops you as you reach an open doorway to once was a music room. Wayne stands up from the bench of a battered grand piano turning to face you. So now you've seen it, EVPC. He makes his way down the tilted floor towards you. A breeze passes by him, carrying with it the smell from the wound that is his body. I hope you enjoy the show. He stops a few paces away. And I trust you understand the implications of everything you've seen. No, I'm very confused. Can you explain it, please? If you aren't careful and you put your faith in the wrong people, things could go very, very wrong for you. Talk. What was with... Okay, hold on, wait. We lived in the last room, yeah. Wayne cocks his head almost playfully. I did. Oh! I'd been in that room a long, long time. Though my being free now is meaningless in the grand scheme of things. The town itself is enough of a prison that I might as well still be stuck behind that door. But at least I'm free enough to warn you. What's with the doll? What do you mean the town is a prison? I can't leave. No one really can. As it stands now, Scarlet Hollow doesn't like letting go of its prisoners. They may be able to cross the town line, not without paying a price. That could be changed, though. It wasn't always this way, and it never was meant to be. We could put an end to it. What was the doll in the room? She liked it, so I liked it too. It was nice to see it again after so many years. Does Tabitha know about all this? Probably. Of course. Why do you think she invited you here? What? What? I've given you a glimpse into one of your possible futures. Whether you choose to believe me or not is up to you. But I urge you to consider believing what your eyes have shown you. Your freedom is on the line. You're still not telling me everything. Clearly you're not. Come on, man. Do you want to be somebody else's puppet, Evie Peasy? I can guide you to where you need to be, but it's up to you to open your eyes. The witch holds some final pieces. Find her, pry them from her hands, and then everything should start falling into place. Your thoughts wander, searching for someone who might fit that description. You draw a blank. Unless you're already starting to forget about her. Memory's a disloyal thing, isn't it? Physical, easily manipulated. But something being missing from your head doesn't mean it's gone from the world. I don't know who you're talking about. You'll remember when you need to. What the fuck? Oh god. I do trust him, strangely enough, but I don't know what to do about any of this. Wayne's shoulders seem to relax slightly as if he's relieved. Good, good. Our enemies rely on keeping us divided. They know how much stronger we could be together. Be careful who you trust, and I'll always be there for you when you need me. Wayne steps away, his shining eyes watching you, unblinking from behind his veil, before finally disappearing back into the darkness of the estate. Nothing left for you to do here but leave. I do trust him, but not fully. You make your way back to where you woke up and slap the handle into the secret door on the wall. Oh, the picture changed. The right eye. It twists and the door pulls back and you stumble through your closet and back into your bedroom. You lean against your doorframe, relieved at once again having sturdy, unsloped ground beneath your feet and moderately clean air to breathe. The escape has gotten to you. After the events of this morning, your body burns with a ferocious itch to leave this place behind. To be anywhere but here. You leave in a haze, mindlessly grabbing clothes and an uncharged phone, barely even noticing your surroundings as you rush outside. The morning's revelation seizing your body and mind alike with a suffocating grip. The cell, the doll, Wayne's insinuation that Tabitha has known about all of this. And even more, she has partaken willingly in your family's crimes. Not only that, but she has designs for you. Is it true? She needs to explain, yeah. There's nothing else that could possibly ease the growing pit in your stomach. And if she can't explain all of this, she better have an explanation. Maybe it's time to confront her and see what she has to say for herself. Yeah, let's save. And then in the next episode, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna stop here. But I'll see you in the next one, and we'll see what the fuck she has to say. Maybe we'll explore different paths here. We could find the witch. We could find the rest of the carvings. I don't have anybody I could trust. And then Oscar. Maybe we should go to Oscar first. We'll do that. We'll go to Oscar, and then we'll find Tabitha. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.